Hey everyone, I wanted to show you something before I give you a ministry update. Something that helps me, even that I'm legally blind, I'm able to still function. I use an iPhone, iPad, and iMac to zoom the screen and do voiceover. So here's a paper I'm working on right now, and I'm able to work on it. Even though I can't see those letters, I can zoom it and look at it. And I read many books in my studies, and I'm able to do the voiceover as well to make it read to me.
All of these elements and exercises helped my learning process and prepared me to teach my students.
So that's how I function. That's how I'm able to continue doing the ministry that the Lord called me to do. I want to give you an update what the Lord's been doing in our ministry in 2021, 22. We want to thank you especially for your prayer and support over the years. You've been a big part of helping us to reach the harvest in Kenya, East Africa. We started this journey in 1988 at seminary, and then as appointed Church of God missionaries in 1991. We ministered in Kenya 29 years from 1993 to 2021. Because of your partnership, we've been able to fulfill our calling in teaching higher education to ministers, evangelizing thousands through open-air crusades and TV broadcasts. This kingdom work has become bigger than we ever could have envisioned. We look back and we're amazed at what the Lord has done and how you have remained faithful in helping us. Now, a door of ministry has begun to open in 2022, a new harvest, a harvest into the different countries around the world. We're no longer just focused in Kenya, but we'll be traveling to different countries to teach Bible, theology, and ministry courses along with the other things I've been studying. You see, God has burdened us to prepare believers for the encroaching battle that we face. This battle is related to postmodernism. And now as we travel to these Bible schools, teaching as an international missionary educator with the Church of God World Missions. This is the new position that we are ministering in. You see, the dangers that the church faces are ideologies which are attacking the truth of the gospel. We used to be able to minister very easily in the harvest in East Africa, but other parts of the world are struggling because of these ideologies. Islam is one of those. It's the biggest murder machine of Christians in history, and yet the church has amnesia and has forgotten how dangerous it really is. There's something called scientism, which is the deception that science is the only source of truth. And we hear it all the time as it's like brainwashing people to believe that science is the only valid source of truth, and things like theology or the Bible or Christianity are relegated to the dustbin. Of course, we know the battle that we're going through right now with LGBTQ agenda. That thing is based on a lie that sexual perversion is a human right. And then, of course, communism, we thought that was defeated, but now, even though it's failed everywhere it's gone all over the world, it's making a raging comeback in the in the students that graduate from university, as they've been brainwashed by university professors who are communists. All these ideologies except Islam can be fit under the one category called postmodernism, which is an ideology based on a lie that there is no absolute truth. So these are the reasons why I have a real burden to want to share with the church the things that I'm now studying. Another thing that I've been working on, some of you are aware of, is I've been studying Islam, and I have a course that I've been teaching even on furlough and in different parts of the world called Islam Expose, where I share with people the dangers of Islam. Now, in order to prepare for these, to help the church and church leaders to understand these things and how to fight against them, when I began studying Islam in 2006, it developed an interest in apologetics. And so at the beginning of 2022, I began working on a doctorate degree in Christian Apologetics at Southern Evangelical Seminary in Charlotte, North Carolina. Most of the coursework is being done online. So in our new ministry position as International Missionary Educator, we now have traveled to South America, to the Peru Bible School, where Wayne and Phyllis Wozniak are leading that school. And it was a pleasure to be able to teach the students the Gospel of John, Islam Expose, and also the resurrection of Jesus Christ. In addition to teaching at the Peru Bible School, we also flew over to Colombia, and we taught at the Colombia Bible School the same courses. And it was really exciting to be able to sow into the lives of these young ministers as they're in training. Also, Manning Thornton joined us, and he taught some courses while we were there as well. Even though I was traveling on a different continent, I was able to continue with my studies online on my iPad. I was able to read material and also take a test while I was there. We also went to the Caribbean and have been ministering there. Here's me preaching at the Timor Church of God in St. Lucia. We also traveled around the island, evangelizing different people, doing a survey for my coursework, which is uploaded onto YouTube. You can watch my interview of these different people in the islands, including this Rasta guy who has some amazing, strange beliefs in spirituality. While we were there, we met up with the district overseer of St. Vincent, Wendell Davis, and he asked us to teach an online seminar of 60 Caribbean ministers. In December, I just finished teaching a 4-part series on conversational evangelism, which I taught at Calvary Worship Center Church of God. And this is part of my overall studies, and I'll be receiving a grade for my preparation of this work and teaching it as well as part of my doctorate. On a personal note, Joshua is at Lee University in his sophomore year, and here he is on campus with his best friend and roommate, Leo, who's from Lexington, Kentucky. My mother, Nancy Lawrence, moved to heaven November 30th, 2021. I was at least happy that we had got home from furlough 4 months before and was able to spend some time with her before she passed. This past December, Jennifer and I just celebrated our 36th wedding anniversary. And I want to say thank you to everyone for your prayer and support, and ask you to pray for us as we plan to travel to Asia, to Africa, to Europe, and other continents as we're booking our teaching time as International Missionary Educator. Also, I would ask you to pray for my eyes, that the Lord will heal me. I know He can, and I'm just waiting upon Him. But it's very exciting to be able to have this new avenue of ministry to share the burden He's placing on our heart with many saints around the world. God bless you.